imperative that drivers be aware of their surroundings, especially in school zones. Last year, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported an average of 108 school transportation related fatalities a year. That's from 2013 rather to 2022. Joining us now to talk more about safety and why we all need to take heed of this information, Anita Pepper from the Nevada Office of Public Safety's Office of Traffic Safety. Anita, I want to thank you for joining us. We know that a lot of us have gotten out of practice with these school zones because, we've gotten used to summer. But now that school is back in session, let's go ahead and remind folks of what they need to be mindful of when they're near a school.
Thank you. Yes, it's that time of year when all of our kids are going back to school. So we just want to remind drivers that, first of all, in school zones, when the lights are flashing, it is 15 miles an hour. So it is imperative that you drive 15 miles an hour. Part of the reason that number exists is because the data shows that if you are in an unfortunate situation where you hit someone with your car at 15 miles an hour, there is a very strong likelihood that they can still live or not have any serious injuries. So that's why it's really important to make sure that you're following the speed limit. Another thing that's really important, there's going to be a lot more school buses back on the road as we're getting all of our kids to school. So if you see a flashing yellow light on the school bus and the stop arm comes down, whether you're behind it, next to it, or even in just the direct opposite lane, you need to stop, because that means there's going to be kids getting on and off the school bus.
Yeah, and even if you don't see those flashing lights, you just want to be mindful that children could be nearby, right, Anita?
Absolutely. No, that's such a good point, because even if they're not on the school bus, they might be walking to school, as we know a lot of our kids do, and also riding their bikes.
Okay, what can moms and dads do to protect their children as well and kind of arm them with what they need to know to keep themselves safe?
Sure. Well, it's always a good reminder. I tell all parents just to make sure that if your kids are biking to school, that they have a proper fitted helmet, that they know the rules of the road, to stay in the bike lane, to use the correct, crosswalks and follow the signals. Same for pedestrians, and making sure that, kids are safe, that they know where they're going, they know the rules of the road. And also, parents just need to remember to tell their kids, don't dart off and on the school bus. If they're waiting to get picked up from the school bus, wait till the bus makes a complete stop, stand a little bit behind the curb, and when they're on the school bus, to listen to the school bus driver and sit straight ahead.
Yeah, those are some life-saving reminders there. What about for those children who walk to school, or perhaps they're on their bike going to school? I know we've heard a lot of hubbub about the e-bikes. Some of the children are using those, or even those e-scooters. What should they be doing?
Anyone who is using, a form of mobility to get to school, whether it's a bike or a scooter, they should definitely have a helmet. They should definitely be in an area where they are protected. So that's why everyone should be using the bike lane. If there isn't a bike lane, they should be using an area where it's very safe for them to be and where they can be sure cars can see them. For kids walking to school, they should be also, again, using the sidewalk. Don't be walking in the street. Don't walk, against the crosswalk signal, all those types of things. Parents should be reminding their children that they need to make sure that the cars see them when they are on the road.
Yeah, Anita Pepper, thank you so much for joining us. Sounds like we all have something that we can do. We're in this together to make sure that these children get to and from school safely. We thank you so much for your time, and we'll see you next time.